Find Devoe again.
How? Cisco tracked down Devoe in his vibe state and he almost got himself killed.
Actually, we might have a different way of pinpointing him. Check this out. Space. The final frontier. Now you see it. Now you don't. That's exactly what it looks like when Devoe disappears. That is the warping signature of someone moving into a pocket dimension.
Does someone want to explain what that means?
Einstein postulated that it was theoretically possible for a region-specific fold in the space-time to exist between the 4 dimensions that we typically think of.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
It's another dimension. One that you can enter or exit at any location in the world. Like how Devoe captured me in that.
My first killer frost, and I go and ruin it. Typical me.
Okay, don't worry about it.
I just get so clumsy when I'm nervous.
What are you nervous about?
I'm supposed to be meeting some people here for the first time, and I've got the jitters, which is what this place is called.
Hey, it is.
Apt name, don't you think?
I do.
It's funny, you know, you get nervous, you get the jitters, you go for coffee, and the caffeine acts as a stimulant, which makes you shaky, which could also be known as...
The jitters.
Exactly.
Okay, I get it. Okay. We're gonna go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take it off, Harry. That's enough. We're already 20% over your suggested safety limits.
Gotta give it a little more time.
No, that's it. I'm shutting it down.
No, we're almost there. We're almost there.
You're not Breaking Bad, Locutus, all right? I'm disengaging the photon flow.
All right. I don't need it anymore.
You got the names?
The last 2 remaining bus metas. Janet Petty and Edward Gauss.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you watch The Flash Season 4, this is the video for you. Have you ever wondered how the Thinker will actually be defeated this season? This video will break down what's going on and how I think it's going to go down based on some new information. But first, how do you think the Thinker will be defeated? And if you're new around here, think about subscribing. We do DC content all week long. So The Flash is finally back this week with episode 17 called Null and Annoyed. Yes, The Flash has been on break for nearly 4 weeks. Currently, we only know that the Thinker is the overall villain, but is he? Secretly, it could be someone like Godspeed. Not very likely, but it could actually happen. So let's just presume at the moment that Clifford Devoe is the most boring villain that the Flash has ever had, because at the moment I'm finding him hella boring. So in the most recent episode that was weeks ago now, Harry, who is Harrison Wells from Earth 2, designed and engineered his own version of the Thinking Cap that enabled him to work out the last 2 metahumans' names, although it's not like forged with dark matter like the actual Clifford Devoe Thinking Cap is, which is kind of interesting. So very soon we're going to realize how the Flash is going to get into the thinking layer. It's most likely going to have something to do with Edward Gauss, who can like enter the other dimensions. But what is the Flash actually going to do when he gets into the thinking layer? That's something for you to think about. So recently, Cisco, Carlos Valdez, I think that's how you say his name, was in an interview and he had this to say, and it's very interesting. The ramifications of the Thinking Cap. The biggest secret weapon that Team Flash has at the moment is the Thinking Cap. It seems the next logical step in taking down Devoe to match his intelligence. However, the situation starts to get complicated. Harry gets ahead of himself and some deep secrets come out that definitely complicate his relationship to Team Flash, especially to Cisco. Then another question from a different website, I will link them down below if you want, says how would Cisco and Harry work together now that Harry's brain matter has been affected by using the Thinking Cap? This is definitely some growing pains in terms of Harry's relationship with the cap, figuring out how to make it work better as the episodes progress. Even though Harry will be using the Thinking Cap, Devoe will always find a way to be a few steps ahead of him, ahead of the team, essentially like Prometheus always being 10 steps ahead of Oliver Queen. It's more a matter of how Harry dealing with his own frustration, but down the line a dark secret will come to light that will test his relationship. So that's kind of interesting. I didn't think the Thinking Cap storyline was going to be this deep. So is the Thinking Cap going to work against Harry and turn Harry into the mad scientist, evil villain that I predicted before, which would see Harry become the overall villain and we see him destroy the Thinker? Maybe, maybe not. What are these dark secrets? Is Harry really a metahuman? This would be very interesting, seeing as Harrison Wells played Reverse Flash in season 1 and is one of the best villains to date. Could he actually be a meta? That could actually be interesting. These dark secrets always come out. Now, the big secret around episode Flash Time was he couldn't tell his daughter about his mother. Now, could this actually be the case that he killed Jessie's mother? That would be a dark secret that would cause a lot of friction between the whole team. But seeing as Jessie isn't going to be coming back on the show, I can't really see it being that. But if that was the reason, it would prove that really the reason he's so blunt and full on is because maybe he's secretly evil. So we all know before the season started that Harry was going to have a major storyline linked to Team Flash. So everyone was thinking that Harry was going to turn evil. The Thinker was going to use the Thinking Cap against Team Flash via Harrison Wells, Harry without them even knowing. So the whole season Harry has been obsessed with being the smartest person in the world, in the show, and he was really annoyed when he said, well, basically the Thinker called him an idiot. So Coffee Shop Girl in the scene where Killer Frost, well, Caitlin was there, she looked really annoyed at him, almost like telling us that in the future Harrison Wells has killed someone potentially. She was potentially looking at him like she wanted to kill him, because if she is like, if Coffee Shop Girl, Mystery Girl, Jessie's girl is actually from the future, which we can't rule anything out here, she knows what's happening in the future, and technically she is the key to defeating Devoe. It's all going to come back to these Speed Force symbols, which I guess at some point Mystery Girl is going to have to reappear. But the key is either the key to defeating Devoe is Harry with a Thinking Cap, or it's working out what these Speed Force symbols actually mean. So is Harry the key to defeating Devoe? We don't actually know. Or is it just going to be the case of the Flash out-thinking Devoe, thinking so fast that he can't even think? Now, I know some people said on a video I did a week ago that the Thinker is so clever that he can absolutely think of every possibility, but not if the Flash is actually thinking at super, like, Speed Force speed. He wouldn't be able to keep up with him because although he's got the dark matter going through him, through the Thinking Cap, he's not that clever when it comes to actually working at the kind of case of the Speed Force. He needs the Speed Force for something. Everyone knows that the kind of overall plan is for him to somehow take over Barry's body so he can actually heal. Because of his powers, he's dying. So that's why he keeps changing body, and essentially if he gets Barry Allen's body, he won't have to change body. So guys, let me know in the comment box down below, do you think what was said by Cisco, then a secret comes out, do you think this is key to defeating Devoe, or is it going to be the downfall of Team Flash? Because we all know where it's heading. We all know someone is going to die again. Obviously HR died at the end of season 3. Are they going to kill another version of Harry off again? I really think it's going to get redundant if they do that. So guys, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell button down below to join the Warheads army, and I will catch you in another video guys very soon. Catch you later.